Welcome to NIW Approved, your ultimate guide to navigating the National Interest Waiver Green Card process with confidence. Hi, I'm Gertrude Onuoha, ESQ, an immigration attorney with years of experience helping professionals like you achieve their dreams through the NIW Green Card process. Whether you're an engineer, scientist, artist, or entrepreneur, you're in the right place. Here on NIW Approved, we provide expert tips for building a strong case, real-life success stories, answers to your most pressing questions, and actionable strategies to navigate your NIW journey with ease. Ready to take the next step in your immigration journey? Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our growing community of professionals turning their expertise into approval. Don't just dream it, get it approved. Subscribe now, and let's make your NIW success story the next one.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, NIW Approved, a YouTube channel that will provide you with educational information for your immigration transformation. My name is Gertrude Onuoha. I am an immigration attorney. I represent clients all over the United States and outside the United States. Today, I want to talk to you about one top secret that will make a difference in your NIW EB-2 NIW case. And what is this thing? It is called the proposed endeavor. Guys, I have handled so many of these cases, whether in the biomedical, engineering, arts, business, IT space. We've represented tons of clients. Now, there's one thing that could really enhance your case. You see, because I represent clients, I see individuals that, they write their brief themselves, they, do the cases themselves. And sometimes they come to me when they receive what is called a request for evidence. Okay. Now, I say to them, please, can I see what you have written? And then they show me their brief. And when they show me their brief or their talking points, they are talking about so many things, different things all over the place. And I myself, sometimes I just stop reading because it doesn't even make sense to me. Now, this is why I'm putting out this video here, to help those of you who love to do this yourself. And if you're an attorney who is proposing to get into this space, this would help you a lot. And what is this? Your proposed endeavor. You see, essentially with the EB-2 NIW or even EB-1, you're essentially telling the government that you want to come into the United States to work as an expert. You're coming to work as an expert, right? So now you're coming to work as an expert. They want to know what your proposed endeavor is. What is that work you're going to be doing here? What is that problem you're going to be solving here in the United States? So today I'm talking to you about your proposed endeavor. Now, let me tell you what your proposed endeavor is not. Your proposed endeavor is not necessarily your field. Say, for example, you're an engineer. That's not your proposed endeavor. Your proposed endeavor sometimes is not even your employment, what you're doing on your job currently. And even your proposed endeavor is not necessarily the talking points that you like, something that you like to talk about. Do you understand? I had a case where somebody, was RFE'd, and then they came to me and I said, okay, let me read your brief and see what you told them. And this guy was talking about something, and I asked him, why were you having this conversation? He said, because my friend used that talking point and therefore I decided to use it. So your proposed endeavor is not another person's talking point, even though both of you are in the same profession, attending the same school, and you've been friends for a long time, even with the same job classification, because everyone's case is different. Now, what is this proposed endeavor? The government wants to know what you're going to be doing here in the United States, the work, the problem that you're going to be solving in the United States. This gets really complicated where people have done so many things. okay, we have situations where, and this is normal. People tend to do so many things. Nobody wants to be that person that is doing one thing over the course of 15 years or even 12 years or even 5 years, right? People are versatile in this world that we live today. So sometimes you've seen people, they've worked on one issue and another issue. Let's take public health, for example, right? And you're doing public health, maybe you've done some work on obesity, risky behaviors, unwanted pregnancy, drinking water. Public health is versatile. You've worked as, a biostatistician. You've also worked as an epidemiologist. You've also worked even as a public health educator, right? Now you want to do this NIW process. You have to streamline your talking point. You have to let them know what your proposed endeavor is. What area are you coming to solve the problem in? You have to define that area. And in the process of defining that area, you would get your proposed endeavor. You understand? So your proposed endeavor is the area, that narrow area where you're going to be solving a problem. Just because you're a public health person, you cannot just say, oh, I'm a public health expert and I'm applying for EB-2. And then you talk about 10 things. You're talking about homelessness, obesity, STDs, infectious disease, policy, and drug addiction, veterans issue. All of those issues you may have dealt with, but it doesn't necessarily mean that all of these issues will be presented in the course of your case. You have to sit down, and again, this is why we do a consultation, because there has to be a pathway. This case has to have a theme. You cannot throw the kitchen sink at the immigration officer. If you do that, you will get an RFE. If you continue to do that, you will get a denial, because you don't want to be talking all over the place. You don't want to have, you want to present a case that is aligned. Now, when you have your proposed endeavor, what it does is that it will govern everything in the case. It helps your argument and your talking point to be well aligned, your evidence. It is that proposed endeavor that will run through the entire gamut of the case. So your proposed endeavor is very, very important. Very, very important. Listen, guys, if you don't know your proposed endeavor, pick up your phone, schedule a consultation with us. Even if you want to do this case yourself, you need to flesh out your proposed endeavor. And we've done this with so many, many students, sometimes PhD, master's degree, bachelor's degree. Believe you me, just because you're like a PhD holder, you've been doing this for a long time, does not mean that you know what the requirement of the EB-2 NIW is. I'm sorry to say. I've sat down with people who have postdoctoral degree, and when we sit down to start fleshing out their proposed endeavor, sometimes we're there for quite a while trying to figure out what problem they are coming in to solve. People don't think in that spectrum. They don't think about, oh, I'm coming to the United States to solve a problem. They think, I'm coming here to do a PhD. I'm coming here to do a master's. I'm coming here to undertake a bachelor's degree. That's what most people think. But in the world of NIW, your proposed endeavor is not necessarily your profession. Just keep that at the back of your mind. Now, if you know what the proposed endeavor is, it will really, really help you in moving fast, and it will enable your explanation to be simple and easily understood by the officers. Remember, in the world of NIW, your case will only be approved if they truly understand what you are here to do. If you don't know your proposed endeavor, give us a call. We will be able to help you. Thank you very much. Once again, Gertrude Onuoha here.